got a question. Are you guys all staying together? Like on here or like? You guys got a house. Is there room? Can I like stay with you guys?
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself, because I'm only talking about bad girls that do bad things to good men.
Nigga, what?
If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about why it's not your fault you're always in toxic relationships. All right, today we're going to be breaking down why you have a tendency to always keep getting in the wrong relationships, why you always got to be with the wrong type of woman, and why you just seem to not be able to figure it out, which has placed you into a loop of coming on the internet with broken spirits, seeking help, venting to other men, hearing their stories, but have you in a loop of hating women, but also addicted to the type of woman that's going to hurt you, so you turn right back around and hate them again. Today we're going to be breaking down the psychology of what could have possibly happened to you, and hopefully this helps you to heal, to get better, to move on with your life. Let's get to it. First, one of the reasons why a lot of you guys are always in bad relationships and always chasing the worst type of woman is your childhood. You did not have any good role models at all. A lot of you guys, your role models were celebrities. Your role models was your favorite singer for that day, whoever had the best song, or your favorite basketball player, your favorite football player. Those were your role models from a distance, but they wasn't role models there with you. What do I mean by that? I mean that when the game shut off, they're not your role model anymore because you don't know too much about them. So what do? Your brain scatters and goes to other places. It starts to flicker through the phone and you start to develop other ideologies. Now, a lot of these ideologies that you're developing are ideologies that were put out there for people who are distracted by what's going on in life. So the more you can't handle the pressures of reality, the more likely you're going to stay on the internet seeking stimulation, because you do not have a role model in real life. A lot of guys that make it and actually become a husband and get wives are guys who have been programmed to be a husband. And the woman that he's with has been programmed to be a wife. And I've explained this in Miami vlog. I said, Miami is not a place for single people. Miami is a family-oriented place. When you walk around, you see nothing but families. You go to Miami Beach, you see nothing but families. You go to Fort Lauderdale Beach, you see nothing but families. When you walk outside of your house, you see nothing but families. But when you come online, you think the whole world is having relationship problems. You think the whole world is having a singles crisis. No, it's not. It's only certain people who have empty spirits. And a lot of it is towards the black community. A lot of the black community has been separated so much that the black man and the black women have a natural hate for each other, but the Spanish don't, but the Arabs don't, but the Hindus don't, but the Italians don't, but the whites don't. That's what you need to realize. You guys don't see that because you don't come outside. So understand, due to the fact that you do not have a role model in real life, you try to find a role model online, which causes you to drain who you are and develop someone else's mindset. That's why you keep getting in toxic relationships. You don't have the right guidance. Next, toxic women become the best manipulators. Why are they the best manipulators? Because you can't handle your desires. They know that. They know how to look in your eyes. They know when to show the booty. They know exactly when to flirt with you. Think about it. The last time you got mad at a woman and she knew you were mad at her, the first thing that she did was start flirting with you. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. She starts turning on the sexual desire in order to calm you down. Why? Because she knows that's the fastest way to manipulate you. So what you guys don't realize is the less control you have over your desires, the more of a manipulative woman will come into your life. But you got to also understand that using sexuality and flirtatiousness to get ahead is a default game for most women. Not all women, but for most women, her default game is flirt, victimization, and turn on the sexuality. All can connect to a man, which causes him to think differently. There's another video that I want to show you about a white girl comes across a group of black guys. Matter of fact, we're going to get to that video right now. Watch this.
Quick question, are you guys all staying together?
Yeah.
Like on here or like?
We got a house. We got a house.
You guys got a house. Is there room? Can I like stay with you guys?
I got this.
I can also sleep in like the bathtub if there's no room.
Oh, nah, I got space.
Okay, there's bunk beds? Perfect. I can even share the bed with one of you guys. Okay. I'm just gonna come with you guys then.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Laura, by the way. Hi.
Oh, how you doing, Ty?
Hi.
Funny.
Hello, friends.
Bro, Laura, I hope you're ready to be going to KOD tonight. I hope.
Okay,
All right. In real life, when it comes to little white girls approaching a group of guys like this, all right, in real life, it typically don't go down like that. Most of them girls do want to get ran through. When I was coming up, most dingy white girls that put themselves around black dudes wanted to get ran through. But in that situation, that shows you exactly how fast when women come around, men change who they are. Men instantly go into, let me save her. And women utilize that in order to manipulate men, especially feminist women. So you have to understand this. The moment she's able to turn on her sexuality sensors, the moment she's able to be manipulative. When she's able to be manipulative, you're blinded by her ways because you're chasing desire. Next, you're only human, you want to be loved. It's that simple. That simple. Everybody in the world want to be loved. And everybody that's claimed that they in love, they want to be single. That's typically how it goes. You take a person that's been married for 5 or 6 years, and they'll tell you like, man, you got to work at it, bro. You never hear a man telling another man, hey, you should go get married. That's the greatest thing that I've ever done with my life. Typically, if a guy tells you that getting married was the best thing that he's ever done with his life, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people around. And if you talk to him when nobody's around, it's going to be a different ball game. But you're far past wanting to be in a relationship and wanting to be loved. You're at straight hardcore desperation, which means that you feel like you're never going to be happy unless you are in love, which is automatically going to place you in a desperation phase. You have to realize this, man or woman, you want to know what everybody fears? Everybody fears dying alone. But yet, you have, how many couples do you see lay down next to each other, hold hands and die? No, it's you don't want to be old and crippled alone. You don't want to wake up every day and feel like you're by yourself. That's what dying alone means, is that you're just sitting inside of a room and not doing nothing and there's nobody there to love you. No, you got to love yourself first. Once you get out and love yourself, then other people are going to want to love you. You ever notice that? Everybody that always act like they're just pretty and act like they too good, they may be a little bougie, but they always got somebody around them that wants to love them even more than what they love themselves. It's a cocky and arrogant situation, but understand this. The moment you stop looking for love and you start finding ways to love yourself, your energy will be felt. The only problem is you do not love yourself. So you're trying to find love in a woman. Hopefully she loves you so you feel loved. That's what you're trying to do. You don't know how to love yourself, so you're hoping somebody loves you so you can feel the love. No, you got to feel the love before someone else will feel you. Next, your biggest downfall. You feel like you can fix a bad relationship if you work hard at it. Or if I work hard at this relationship, I'll be able to fix all the problems with it. If we just sit down and talk for the 100th time. You and her keep sitting down having all these little conversations for the 1,000th time over again. Are you going to change? We got to get better. We got to do this if it's going to work. You know I care about you. Everybody in a toxic relationship spend more times with makeup and breakup, miscommunication, what you mean by this, why you do that. You never enjoy the situation. You suffer the entire situation because you always feel like that problem is going to be fixed if you and her work hard enough to fix it, but you put 100% into trying to make it work, and she put 20% into saying okay until she puts 100% into leaving. Like, let's get real here. If it ain't working, it ain't working. If she don't like you, she don't like you. It's that simple. There is no magical way. There ain't no sit down and tell her this. It's simple. She either likes you or she don't. And if she don't like you, you're chasing those love. You're chasing it to work. See, if you get inside of a toxic relationship, right, and you tell that girl that you love her, I keep trying to tell you, when you tell a toxic person, I love you, they don't look at it like, damn, this person care about me so much. I don't even want to do anything bad. All I want to do is just make this person happy that turned around and told me they love me. That's what you're hoping happen, but it doesn't happen that way. When you tell a woman I love you, she says, you know what? I could get away with a lot of shit and he'll forgive me. Remember, women love to do things that make themselves smile. They don't care how you feel. So love is accepting the negative traits of a person that other people are not going to accept. And when you stop accepting those negative traits, you're falling out of love. Next, there are so many factors that keep you inside of a toxic relationship. It's too many factors. Why? You formed your life together. That's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people do in toxic relationships. You keep indebting yourself to the relationship. Now you and her got a house together. Now y'all got a car together. Now y'all got 3 kids together. Now you have so much stuff that glues you two together that you can't get out. And then when you get out, all she gonna do is mess up where you're trying to go. That's typically how it works, right? Everybody's in love, you embedded each other, and then when you finally break up and go somewhere, one's gonna destroy the other. Look at marriages and divorces. When they get a divorce, that woman is set out to destroy the man. Why? Because she feel like a failure, and she feel like he won with the divorce because it's easier for him to move on with a younger woman than it is for her to move on with a younger man. Why? Younger men to a older woman is nothing but a beta male simp that's just excited to be around her. She knows that. These women let you come over, they let you fucking eat they pussy, they make you feel good, fall in love, and then they just gonna turn around and they're gonna spit you right back out. That's typically what happens. So when it comes to the factors of the relationship, when you and her are glued together and she's toxic, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of misery. But you gotta realize, it typically only happens to guys who had no role model when you was little. Your mom was toxic. Your dad was toxic. You didn't have no good upbringing. There was nobody there to mentor you. Now you're left looking for love into whoever's going to love you. And you're typically trying to find it in a woman because you can't control your desires. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.